Hey guys, you got one part of Mommy's to be. So I just want to give you guys a quick update. So it's just gonna be me because Ashia is at work. I'm getting ready to go to school, but I just want to give a couple updates before I leave. And so just a warning to those who I don't know don't like to hear certain things, even though we're all adults here. I will be talking about periods, discharge, bleeding, stuff like that. So just a warning now, and if you don't want to hear anything like that, I suggest not watching it. But moving on. So I know it's been a couple months since you guys heard from us and you've been wanting an update. Our schedules are so crazy that it's so hard for us to actually get together and make a video because mostly when we're together we want to spend time together. But we're going to try and get a video out together later this week. Let's see, yeah, because I go to school in the morning. She works in the morning. By the time she gets off, I'm going into work, and I don't get off till late at night. And, you know, so it's a little hard trying to get our schedules to kind of cooperate. But we think we may have a day that we can make a video. So what I'm just going to do is to just give you guys a really quick update. Try not to make this video too long, but I can be a talker, so, you know. So we did 2 inseminations. The first one, we were too early. Our periods tend to start in at the same day. So we're both late on our periods in September. So when we were actually ovulated, it would have been a week later than when we did the first insemination. And so just a reminder, Ashia is the one that's going to be pregnant, not me. You guys will hear a lot more from her because I know she seems like she may be camera shy, but no, she's not. She's very talkative and she's not shy at all. I'm the shy one, so I'm going to try to get her to talk more to you guys. So, especially so she can kind of tell her story, how she feels, because, you know, I can only say so much because I'm not the one going through it. And so I want her to, you know, talk about the process, how she felt doing it and everything. So I'm just going to give just a very generic, you know, update or whatever. So anyways, like I said, we were way too early in September. So we went ahead and did it again in, August. My dates are wrong. I forgot how much time has went past. August is when we did the first time, and we were like a week early. Then we did it again in September. So the August one was the one that was too early. And so we just we figured it was probably early because we're using the ovulation little strips, I guess you can call it. We were peeing, you know, having her pee on the stick and stuff like that. And so the line was really light, and I'm like, I don't know if this is right. I think it's too early. But we went ahead and did it because we had set a time with our day already, which, you know, it should have been on a as needed basis versus a set time, you know, because we were just too early. So we kind of knew it, but we just used it as experience, you know, so that when we do it again the next month, we would, you know, be a little bit more prepared. And we can kind of know, you know, what we did wrong, what we need to fix, stuff like that, you know. So, next is September. That's when we did the insemination. So we're using the digital. We switched to the clear blue digital ovulation kit. So it gives you like a circle. If you are basically not ovulating, you know. Then it gives you a flashing smiling face when you have high fertility, and it's supposed to give you a solid smiling face when you're at your peak. So this would have been, I don't remember the dates, but first time was on a Sunday morning. We tested, got a flashing. So it was like, okay, we text our donor, let them know, okay, tonight, you know, we picked the time to say after work and everything, because we both had to work that morning. We were going to do it. So we did it, and then we tested again Monday, and we did it that evening as well, afternoon, evening, whatever. And then we're like, okay, we don't want to wear a donor out, so let's wait until we get the solid, because when we do the solid, we want to do it that day and the next day. And so here comes Saturday. We're still going to flashing, so we got a flash for like about a week, yeah. And so we did it on Sunday, tested again, and it was just a circle. So we're like, oh my goodness, did we miss it? You know, we're like freaking out. And so it's like, let's go ahead and just do it today, just in case. I know they said sperm can live up there for about 5 days. So if it dropped Saturday, you know, we did it on Monday. So hopefully, you know, it was in there. I don't know. You know, I don't want to think about it in case we're off. I don't know. But so we did it Sunday as well. So like I said before, our periods are just about the same day. So she had started bleeding one day, but I didn't start yet. I had actually started the next day. But she, it's like brown blood mixed with discharge, like clear discharge. So we were like, okay, this must be the implantation bleeding, you know, because we're reading about it. And so, my period came the very next day. And then she started bleeding light red blood. It wasn't like the deep dark like a period, it was like a light blood. But then it got a little bit darker as the week came gone. So basically she was on a period for, not including the day with the brown blood, her period lasted as long as mine. But it was so much lighter, way lighter than her normal period, because we're heavy bleeders. And so, you know, I did use some of the soft cups to try it out, and I'll do a different video maybe when we're both together and talk about that. And so, you know, I was going through those pads, tampons, all, you know, I was just going through it for the first like 3 days. I'm super heavy the first 3 days. And with her, she could use 1 or 2 pads. So it started off that she, it was only when she wiped that she seen blood. It wasn't necessarily in the pad. But then as the days went on, it was starting to be in the pad, like after a few hours though. So we're hoping it was implantation bleeding, but we don't know. We did do some research, and people are saying how they did have like their periods, you know, and they were still pregnant. So we're being very hopeful right now. And also we did take pregnancy tests. And I do want to say, do not test early. We test it early every time, and it's just like, it's so heartbreaking. It's like, you know, it's going to say no, but then when it does say no, it hurts, you know. And we're trying to take the early test, and yeah, I wouldn't suggest that. Anyways, every single pregnancy test we've taken has said no. The last one she took is when I went here. It was last week, and it was still no. So if she's pregnant, we're going on almost a month pregnant, and still, you know, no positives. And I know some people say their pregnancy doesn't show up on a at-home pregnancy test. And so we're hoping that maybe we can get like a blood test soon, because she has a doctor's appointment coming up, I want to say next week, for her just yearly woman exam. So we want to mention that to her doctor. And then we did talk to OB and set up an appointment. That's for November. So hopefully we'll be pregnant before then. However, if we're not pregnant, we said we're going to skip October and try November instead. Give it a little break, you know. And so, and I know a lot of people said they didn't show up on pregnancy tests either and was still pregnant. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. Like right now, I'm ovulating now. And so the past couple days, I think I'm getting close to my peak, because, you know, ladies now, when you're ovulating, you get the wetness, and then it can be, you know, it'll end up in your panties and stuff. That's how I've been for the last couple of days. Aisha hasn't had that at all. And so that's, you know, a good sign for us to say, okay, you know, then maybe you are pregnant, you know. A couple changes I've noticed about her is, one, her stomach has gotten rounder. And so she's already a small person. She has a little bit of tummy, but not much. And so her stomach has been very round, and we were feeling it, and it was kind of hard and everything, you know. And then her breasts they get bigger during the time of period. But so when we're bleeding, they're getting bigger, but they never went all the way back down. Like, she's pretty flat chested. She'll kill me for saying this. But she has a little bit something, but not a big shape to it normally. So lately, it's been a little bit of a shape still. And I know she said she was feeling a little bit of tenderness and heaviness. And then her nipple was like around the areola and all that stuff. It was very dark. And her nipples are pretty swollen too. It looked like, you know, I'm like, I can tell the difference, and it's not how it normally looks. And I know with the last bleeding, she was saying how it didn't feel normal. It didn't feel like a regular period. She was having some pain, but, you know, cramping, obviously, we know that's pain. But she said it felt different this time. And so occasionally, like she said, her lower back has been hurting her lately. Like getting sharp pains. She had her, you know, stomach will hurt occasionally. She can't eat certain things like that she used to love. She'll eat it, she just feels sick, having a little bit of diarrhea. She was saying how like she's been having kind of like some cravings. Like last night, she was like, I just want a bone-in pork chop, crispy, with mashed potatoes and spicy chicken tenders from Church's. So I'm like, what, Aisha? And she eats weird, but not that type of weird. And so we're like, okay, she was saying how she could eat something. Like normally she doesn't eat a lot. So she was eating a TV dinner, I guess at lunch, at work. And she said she ate it. She was starving after that. She was so hungry. Like she felt like she didn't eat for the whole day, And so, so we're like, okay, it could be, me. I'm all like, you're pregnant, So I'm like, well, it could be, pregnancy. It does come with pregnancy. She's been nauseous and stuff. Like I said, had the diarrhea. She was saying how she made some food, which used to be her favorite meal. She made it. And she was hungry, but she said she could not eat it because her body was just like, this is not what I want. I don't want it, And I'll let her go more in details, to explain it. I'm just going off of what she told me. And so she was saying that's how she was feeling. She just feels sick and sleepy all the time. And, she goes to work at 6 in the morning. So getting up early, part of it, I know is what make her tired. But she does sleep a whole lot more now. Like she's just always tired and stuff. So, and I know that's a pregnancy system, but it could be a mixture of anything. But we're hoping that it's just because she's pregnant. And I've noticed her nose get a little bit spread, just a little bit, like enough to make a difference. And she doesn't see it, but I see it. I'm like, I see your nose every day. It looks a little bit bigger. And so when we do a video together, you guys can kind of compare that video to this one to just, see if you notice a difference or anything. And so we're really hoping that she is pregnant this go round. We're going to see if her period comes. Like I said, I'm ovulating right now. I have the discharge coming out. She doesn't. She has like, a little wetness. Obviously, you get that, but not really. Oh, and I just remember maybe like a week or two ago, she had sent me a picture. She had like this milky white discharge kind of. And so I know they said that comes with early pregnancy symptoms as well. So we're really hoping that, is a sign. So hopefully soon we'll be able to say, yay, we're pregnant. But if not, then, it's okay. We're going to be patient. It's all in God's timing, And so if we're not and her period does come, then we're just going to wait till November to try again. And so that's what's been going on. I'm trying to think if there's any more updates to give you guys. Not that I can think of at the moment, but it'll probably come to me once I'm done recording. Like I said, we're going to get together hopefully sometime this week and record a video together so she can give you more of, her side of it and how she's been feeling and going through and stuff like that. If anybody has had any similar situations to what we've been going through as far as the bleeding and the pregnancy symptoms but not showing up on the test, please let us know. We're open to anything. We like to hear other people's stories and research and all that stuff, because that's why we haven't made a video, just because we don't know, whether or not, but I know you guys have been wanting updates, so we wanted to just kind of fill you in how the last couple months been and everything. And yeah, so wish us luck. Also, I want to give a shout out to Bobby and Whitney. I know they just started, I think yesterday, I want to say, or a couple days ago, their insemination process. So I really hope that they do get pregnant as well. You guys should follow them. Their YouTube name is Bobby and Whitney, and so you should be able to find them. They're really sweet people, and I love watching their videos. And so wish them luck, wish us luck. Who knows, we may have our babies around the same time. You never know. And so yeah, so I want to say that is all for now. Like I said, the next video will be me and Ashia Bow, so she can talk about how she's been feeling and everything. And so I hope I'm not forgetting anything to tell you guys. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Not sure. Okay, well, anyways, that's all for now. Talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment. Let us know. Let us know about your experience and stuff like that. If you want us to address anything in the video and we're together, anything that you may be feeling, and see if maybe Ashia's felt that or not, just let us know, okay? All right, love you guys. Bye.